What's going on, y'all? The reviewer is here, and I'm back to give y'all this album review of The Boss King, called Political Views and Ghetto News. Alright, now in case y'all don't know who Boss King is, he's a rap veteran from Memphis, Tennessee. To be technical, he's from a place called Bethel Grove. You know, you can see it on the hat. You know, if you zoom it in, you can see it there. Alright, now this is the real deal. Y'all know how I do. And I like the way they got it all set it up in the newspaper and stuff like that. It's kind of cool, man. I like album covers that's in the artwork that's kind of original, you know what I'm saying? So I love that. Alright, now this is his first album under Walker Dog Records. Alright, and you see how the back it got like some type of political meeting and things like that. I'm going to give the producers the credits who made the beats for this album, and that was Walker Dog, Playboy Toy, J Dog, and Boss King himself. And the features, I'll go along with it on the songs that I review. Alright, then you can see the features on the bottom right. I'll zoom it in so y'all can see it. Y'all can pause it and y'all can read the features, or some of them. Alright, so let's go with the songs now. The first one is just an intro. It's a pretty good intro. I like that beat, kind of laid back. Boss King just representing himself or introducing himself. And then the second one is called Message to the Lame. And this song is pretty dope. I like this track. This features Mr. Beater Nigga. That's his actual name, but I'll be saying Mr. Band. Lil Dinky. Those are the features on this song, and they come through with some dope verses. They're pretty much talking about the lame cats that think they know the streets and things like that. I like that because it's kind of a different content. Pretty much, this is probably one of my personal favorites off of the album. And then the next one is called Life in the Fast Lane. This features Al Capone. And this is a solid track. Boss King come through with some solid verses. Al Capone did well, but the beat itself, I feel like something's missing, but it's worth listening to. Then I'm gonna go down to Ghetto's Anthem. And this song is pretty straight. It's not bad. The beat is solid, and Boss King come through with some pretty good vocals. He's talking about, you know, the ghetto and things of that nature. And like I said, it's pretty solid. And then the next track, this is probably the best track off the album, Broken Down Home. This feature Koopsta Nika, may he rest in peace. And that beat is blazing. Boss King coming through with some dope verses there, talking about struggles and to follow your own self. And Coop come through with a nice verse on there. He doesn't rap very long on there. And Boss King has 3 verses, 3 16-bar verses. Definitely a must for y'all to peep out. Then the next one is called Who the Hell Can You Get to Stop Me? And yes, that's the whole name of the track. This is a different type of track. They has John Witherspoon, may he rest in peace, from Friday. He says smoking them tweeds and everything. It's sample on the song. And then Boss King is saying, who the hell can you get to stop me? And Boss King come through with some really dope verses. He shows his lyrical capabilities on this song, man. The beat is pretty solid, but the lyrics is on point. Corn Working. This features Mr. Band, Main, and Lil Dinky. Now, this song right here is probably another one of my personal favorites off of the album. This beat is blazing. Boss King come through with some dope verses. I'm thinking Mr. Band is on the second verse, Main is on the third verse, and Lil Dinky is on the fourth, I'm assuming. And that, man, this beat is bumping, and I love that hook. The next one is I believe is Crash Dummy. This is another nice track from Boss King. This song is pretty slow tempo. and he's rapping kind of fast on here. Not real fast, but he's rapping in like I call it an organized flow. He coming through with some true lyrics on there, and he pretty much saying on the hook, you can learn a lot from a dummy. Y'all know Skinny Pimp had that saying, so he's probably giving respect to Skinny Pimp. And like I said, he's coming through with some real verses on here. You got to feel these verses because it's on point. Realer than the average. This features Mr. Band, Mac Mo, and Koppel. Now this song, the beat is pretty solid, and they all come through with some pretty nice vocals there. As a result, this is a pretty solid track. If you haven't heard it before, they pretty much saying they realer than the average Joe that claims that they're real. Political Views and Ghetto Views, the actual name of the song. This song is actually pretty nice. The beat is nice. I got the guitar sounds in the background. Y'all know when guitar sounds is in the background, I love it. Political Views and Ghetto News. This song is really nice. Boss King come through with some nice verses there. This is probably one of the better tracks off of the album. Hard Head Makes a Soft Ass. This features Crunchy Black on here. And the beat is pretty bumping. The lyrics, although, are pretty solid. Crunchy Black comes through with a pretty straight verse. Y'all know how Crunchy Black does, you know. And then Boss King come through with some nice verses as well. Solid, I would say. And then number 16, F the Government. And this song is pretty good. Boss King is pretty much saying screw the government and things that in the wicked system that happens. And this, honestly, this song can still be relevant today on what Boss King is saying. Then another feature from Playboy Toy, he comes through with a pretty nice verse on there. Nothing really significant, but it's a solid verse. And then the last one is called BBL Represents. This features Mr. Band and Mac Buck. This song is pretty solid. Again, has a solid beat with some pretty good vocals. And BBL means, I'll put it in the description box. All right. But again, overall, this is a solid track from these guys. That's all the songs that I review for this album. Now, I had a hard time really giving a fair rating for this album. Out of a 10, I would give this a solid 8 to an 8.5. Boss King does have good lyrics. I have to give him that. The beats on here was either pretty good or solid for the most part. I feel like the album does lack production. But when the production kicks in, that means it's really on point. Honestly, even though I give it this rating, some people may not like it because Boss King is speaking on some real stuff. He's not really rapping about your typical topics that you hear on the rap album. He's actually rapping about something that's meaningful, meaning you have to really sit down and listen to the lyrics of Boss King. That's pretty much it though. Shout out to the Boss King himself. I also have Murder Verses, and I'll review that in the near future. Shout out to all the producers and all the features. All right. Much love to the real folks, and I'll be on here back with another review. All right. Peace out, guys.